Good night, everybody. You can hear the sirens in the background, as usual, police 24/7. Most of it is not, by the way, like real police. It's just, the neighbors that are playing the sound of police in order to terrorize the subhumans. So I slept a couple of hours during the day, and I have energy to pursue, my studies, which hopefully I will be doing during this night, following last night, which was a very successful one. I should start by saying, again, this should be just, stressed again and again and again and again and again. I need to be rescued from the Nazi prison. Me and my daughters, we are held prisoners in the most cruel prison that was ever existed in the history of mankind. The Israeli democracy is a joke. It's not a democracy at all. It's a totalitarian state, and I belong to a race of subhumans that do not have any rights, and we are treated as slaves, and in many ways worse than cattle. This is possible because, due to the fact that many people in Israel are related to the security system and to the intelligence community. The numbers like that you see in Wikipedia with regards to how large are the Mossad, the Shabak, or Amman are very misleading, because in reality, the number of people that are under their aegis, under the command, is far, far larger. And all of them fully accept and rejoice the existence of slavery. There are no abolitionists in Israel. There is no union. It's only Dixieland. 100% Dixieland. 100% Dixieland. Because of that, it's no problem from all these people, to just play the charade. The charade of as if we too, the subhumans, have the privilege of standing before court or getting fair treatment from the police or from the government branches, or not to be subjected to discrimination. This is a game, and a sick game. The reality is that we are treated in a violent way, which I've described for years now, and in concise form in the last couple of days, in 2 specific videos regarding torture. When people are subjected to this kind of torture from everybody around them, the discussion of money or free trade or free speech or free profession or equal stand before the law is ridiculous. When you are subjected to horrible violence, physical and mental, around the clock, you don't have any right at all. Any right at all. Any discussion of money is laughable, even though I didn't need money desperately. This state makes me poor because they want me under their boot. They want me to be their whore. They want me to participate in the most horrible eugenics program that ever existed. They want to create a new generation of slaves using me and my semen, because they are forbidden by the international community to continue the slave raids that they carried on for many years. Because of that, they want more slaves that will be grown here. Now that since the 90s, they can choose the sex of the child, and of course, they mostly want females to be the slaves of their pedophiles and homosexuals, people that are abundant in the intelligence and security systems. Of course, my semen has many extremely unique properties that you've seen in the videos on this channel, and of course they want that as well. But they are by nature, they are not like scientists or engineers or or people that are engaged in any kind of productive occupation. They are pirates. They prefer other people to produce, and they prefer to be in the place of the consumers. If possible, I mean, it's better that it will be done by force. These are the people of Israel. Calling that by any other name or painting reality in brighter colors is a crime against humanity. This is the most horrible state that ever existed. These people are the most racist, violent, and cruel that ever existed. This state should be wiped from the face of the earth, and it will be done very, very soon. Very soon. The damage that it will be done to Earth, to the planet, is proportional or in reverse proportion to the amount of effort that other nations are putting in freeing the slaves. And the effort is only measured by movement of arms and legs, not by the movement of lips and tongues or mouths. I should be rescued by force, me and my children, me and my 2 daughters. And the best time is now. The best time is now. The best time is now. Now. There is no excuse to delay it. Any day that passes is another day of torture. It should also be said that I have no, plot armor card that I have received from God. I believe in God on all my heart, and I believe that I have a purpose in my life, but I also believe in free will, free choice that I have, and also you have, and everybody, all consciousness creatures, have free will. You can choose to close your eyes and wait for the Israelis to kill me. Eventually it will be done. It could be done today or in 10 years or tomorrow. But you should know that the fact that it's a possibility does not mean that it's the wanted one or the required one or the correct possibility. Yes, you can crucify another victim. No, it will not be in your benefit. No, it's not part of the divine plan. It's part of the divine plan that you should do the correct thing. But you are not forced to do it. You have free will. You could exercise your will to close your eyes to the tortures that the Israelis are committed every day. But you should know that this will be the last straw. And after my death, humanity is done. Not in 400 years. Don't push this ridiculous joke on any idiot. Very, very soon. I have already showed you in the videos in this channel a taste of the forces that will annihilate us. These forces, the only thing that was needed to demonstrate it were my semen or my saliva and the most rudimentary scientific appliances. Basically, beeswax and my semen and bonfire in a sandy garage was enough to show you that your entire physics is wrong and that forces beyond your imagination exist and are right here. The implication is very simple. Any day that I'm here in Israel, any day that mouths and tongues continue to move, any day that lips are moving instead of legs and arms, any day that the state of Israel is getting their way, is another day closer to the annihilation of humanity. And you should know that life is abundant in this universe. You are just one species, not the count of creation, not even close. Just one more species. One more. Your annihilation will not be significant in the great scheme of events. The galaxy will go on, the universe will go on. Life is abundant. You are not that special. Your annihilation will not be a major event in the history of this universe. It will just be the cleansing of a disgusting petri dish. And this could be done any moment. If it was up to me, it was, I mean, my judgment on the matter is that humanity, I mean, should be replaced with better creatures, and many such exist. It's not like a serious like problem to find other consciousness creatures that could inhabit the Earth. And the Earth was inhabited in the past by other consciousness creatures, not Homo sapiens, not Homo at all, by the way. I mean, not belonging to what you call, I mean, to what you define as the species of the group Homo. You've seen it by your own eyes, I mean, just by watching the bonfires of the last week, watching the microscopic slides, watching my experiments with electricity. All of these were enough for you to understand that humanity is at its last steps. That's it. Those who sent me have a very long patience, too long for my taste, but there are entities that live for many years, many years, and they've seen so much that nothing, I mean, they don't do things like in a rush. They can observe the situation for like 100 years or 200 years. For them, it's not that like long, and I mean, try to fix the situation very gently by sending messengers, but mostly observe the issue for like 100 years or 200 years. And when they decide that, I mean, they have observed the situation enough, they can, and I personally hope they will decide that the correct course of action is cleaning. And the end will be very quick, extremely quick, like a press of a button. Press of a button, not more, nor less. Yes, so yes, my death by the hands of the scumbags in Israel could potentially be the last straw that will cause your annihilation. If it was up to me, that would have been my choice anyway, but I'm not the one who decides. And it is actually very smart that, I mean, there is the one, I mean, the messenger or the emissary is not the one that is making the last judgment, because he is too, I mean, emotionally involved in the situation. And it's good that he's emotionally involved, because his emotions are important, not only his analytical capabilities, but also his emotions. So it's required that the prophet or the emissary or the mobile in Ursula Le Guin's definitions, or any other way that you will call it, it's required that he will be of the same psychology and very similar biology to the persons that, I mean, he is sent to, and that he or she will share their, I mean, their mentality and their emotions. It is, I mean, by design it is like that, but it also, I mean, hinder his or her abilities to fully judge the situation. So no, I cannot judge the situation like God in simple words. But let me assure you, this trial of humanity is not going toward in a good way. You're not going to be acquitted or something like that. The only question is how many will survive. That's the only question. How many will survive? And if you want the number to be larger than 0, you need to run to Israel, not to walk, to run to Israel, to release me and my daughters from the Nazi prison, without a movement of mouths or tongues. Run to Israel. Any day that you wait is another day of torture, of abuse, and another day closer to the annihilation of mankind. You've seen it by your own eyes. You don't need to believe in anything. Belief is currently not essential. Only rational judgment of the situation. And as I always say, you need to put your life before your ego. That's it. Now in another video, I shall discuss like the agenda for tonight.